Hey guys, we are back with some more LA Kings franchise mode, and in this one, to start out the episode, we are going to be sending down Mr. Keith Ho to the minors, as I don't really feel comfortable playing him on the bottom six, and that's what his role is at the moment. I feel like if he could dominate the AHL, then he would benefit more from that than from playing on the third line with Byfield and Grundstrom, which I'm not expecting that line to do too well anyway, so we may as well just send Ho down to the AHL, and we will send up to replace him, send to the NHL, Kupari and Radish. So Radish fits perfectly on the second line, actually, so I'm going to see if, we can get a +3 there. That might be good for Radish, considering that brings Turcotte to an 89 and Kempe to an 88. The only thing I'm worried about is Radish potentially bringing that line down, but it's worth trying for sure. It is worth trying, I would say. So let's get, for right now, let's get Anderson on that first line, because I believe he has perfect chemistry there. Yeah, same with Velarde, actually. Yeah, he has perfect chemistry there as well. So I think we'll start out with Anderson, Kopitar, and Velarde on the first line, and then Kempe, Turcotte, and Radish on the second line, and then on the third line have Grundstrom, Byfield, Ryan. I don't know if I want, Ryan works best on the first line, but doesn't really fit anywhere else. Byfield actually fits perfectly on the second line as well. That'd be better. That would technically be better. But I think for right now, I just want to try Radish out on that second line, just see how he does. And Grundstrom, I'm not sure if, I guess he would have to go on the fourth line then if we're leaving Byfield on the third and Ryan. So now where does Kupari fit in? Perfectly on the first line, but that's essentially the same thing as having Anderson there, except Anderson's the better player, so I'm going to leave Anderson there. Could fit in on the fourth line slightly, so you have fourth line of Grundstrom, Kupari, and Brown. So that means the third line would be Anderson, Dolan, Byfield, and Ryan. Actually, are Anderson, Dolan, and Grundstrom the same kind of player? Not exactly. Anderson, Dolan fits better on the second line, I think, than Grundstrom would. Yeah. It's a bit of a tough situation here. Not everyone exactly fits the chemistry that I'm looking for, but I really like that second line chemistry with Kempe and Turcotte, and I guess you put a two-way forward there, or power forward, I suppose. Yeah, power forward. So it's either Radish or Byfield. And I think for right now, I'm going to leave Radish there and see how he does, but we can always interchange those guys if we feel the need to. But I would like, Ryan and Anderson, Dolan to get some points as well. So that's why we're going to leave Byfield there on the third line for right now. As for defense, I don't think there's any changes we can make that would make sense. So we're just going to leave it as is. Hopefully Bjarnfot can get a jump from playing with Doughty. And hopefully Chara with that +3 can bring Mikey Anderson up. We're not working with much here, but we're going to try to make the best of what we have. And something to note, Kopitar now has a exact top 6 potential, so he's starting to drop off a little bit. He does still have 3 years left on his contract, including this one, on a $10 million contract nonetheless, so I want to keep Kopitar going for as long as I can, obviously, so that $10 million doesn't go to waste, because I have a feeling that within 2 years or so, he's going to be dropping to about 80 overall. I just have this feeling, especially since we're not the best team. So, yeah, we have to try to keep Kopitar going for as long as possible and just grow our young guys as much as possible. Those are really the two main goals for this season. And now I suppose we have to fill in Ho on the minor league team. Ho can actually play center because he has good face-offs. Oh, man, that is unfortunate chemistry for Keith Ho in the AHL. Wow. So after about a month of simulating, we are basically on track for what we expect. We're currently 4-8, I believe. Doughty is over a point per game currently. Kopitar has 9 points, so as long as he continues to get some points, I don't think he'll drop off too hard. Turcotte with 7 points so far on his young NHL career. You have Anderson with 6, Ryan with 6, Velarde with 6 as well. Kupari with 5, Bjarnfot with 4, Kempe with 4, Anderson, Dolan, and Grundstrom with 3, Byfield with 2 so far. Would like him to get a few more points here and there. Radish only with 1 on that second line. Maybe we could switch Radish and Byfield around just to see what happens. And then Quick with the 897 save percentage and Peterson with the 888. That is a yikes. Yeah, definitely not our strong suit is goaltending, but then again, neither is defense, so I can't exactly blame them. Goals for per game, we are currently sitting second to last in our division with a 2.42, and goals against per game, by far the worst in our division, 3.5 goals against per game. Power play is absolutely abysmal, 7.7. This team is terrible. Penalty kill is actually surprisingly good. It's 86.8. But other than the penalty kill, not looking good. So we're going to try Byfield on that second line now. See if he can get going. See if maybe Radish can get going somehow. I mean, if the second line didn't help him, I doubt the third line will. But maybe he just needs decreased ice time. Maybe he's playing too much. Maybe he doesn't have the stamina to play that long. So we're going to play him alongside of Anderson, Dolan, and Ryan. Just see what happens with that. And once again, hopefully this change can benefit Byfield offensively, because that'll bring him up to an 83 rather than being on, 81 on this line with Ryan and Anderson Dolan. He'll be with Turcotte and Kempe, who are both very good players. So let's check on, I'm interested to see Anderson here. Only one goal. All right, well, I guess that's expected on the back end here. He's only playing 11.49 per game. I want to see if I can get him on the power play. Yeah, I'm going to take Mata off the power play, and I'm going to get Anderson there. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about this season. We are only a month and a half in, and we are 5-12-2. This team is pretty much going nowhere this season. We may as well check out the team stats one more time, and then I think we're just going to make our way to the trade deadline or possibly even the end of the season, because it's pretty much already a lost cause. Goals for per game is sitting at 2.37. Goals against per game is even worse than last time, 3.63. Power play, okay, that's better, 12.5. So we're not last in the division anymore. Guess that's good, at least as far as power play goes. Penalty kills have gotten a lot worse, 80.4. Didn't expect it to say 86.8 the entire season, to be fair. But yeah, as you can see, we are going nowhere this season. And we'll check out the player stats real quick. You got Doughty with 19 points, so he's staying on top of his game at 31 years of age. Kopitar with 17 points in 19 games. So once again, I don't think he'll be dropping too hard, at least not until the end of the season. Maybe his age will catch up with him, but for right now, he looks to be fine. Velarde with 12 points in 19 games. Hopefully, he gets a bit of a boost. Turcotte only with 11 points. I'd like him to have a few more, but it's understandable, especially since we don't have the best. Obviously, we don't have the best team at the moment. You have Anderson with 8, Ryan with 8, Kempe with 7, Kupari with 6, Bjarnfot with 6, Byfield with 6. So he has how many points on that third line? I think he has 4 points in 7 games. So he's actually, he's benefiting from that second line for sure. Brown with 4 points, Anderson Dolan with 4, Gronstrom with 4, Mata with 4. All these guys, So Anderson only has 2 goals so far still. Now, Quick has gone up to a 909 save percentage, but that's only in 5 games. Peterson's getting the majority of the games, and he has an 881. We might want to look at firing our head coach soon and replacing him with one of these guys, because our current head coach does not have the best chemistry with our current group of forwards, and even defenseman doesn't really have it either, even though he's a defensive coach. So I'm thinking of firing him at some point this season and hiring one of these guys, although I might also wait till the offseason just to see if there's any other options. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do as far as coaches go yet, but I know that this guy is not going to be a mainstay. I've pretty much made my mind up about that. I'm just not sure when I want to fire him yet, or who I want to replace him with. So I think I found a glitch here. We have a goaltender who has a secondary position of goaltender. Not sure why that is a thing, but apparently it is. Well, the good news is that Ontario's doing really well. You have Keith Ho down here with 10 goals and 3 assists, I should say. Despite the lack of chemistry, he's still doing fairly well. -6, unfortunately, but 78 shots, so maybe he's a shooter. 12.8 shooting percentage, 55 on face-offs, so he's really good on face-offs. Takeaways and giveaways are pretty good. Hits are pretty good at 46. No complaints so far from Keith Ho. I would like him to get a few more points, but doing fairly well for his rookie campaign. I'm thinking about trading Kempe, to be honest, because this line needs a sniper pronto. We got Kempe sitting with 2 goals and 10 assists in 39 games. Now, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because he did all right last year. But with the development of Turcotte and Byfield on the line, I'm gonna have to consider trading for a really good sniper to put alongside of them. Because right now, I think Kempe is holding back Turcotte and Byfield. Byfield's doing better than Kempe as a rookie. So that's part of what's concerning me right now, especially with Kempe as technically an 88 overall with that +3. Well, I was searching the trade market. I didn't really find anybody, but I went to free agency and came across this man, Elliot Kovalchuk, who is an 83 overall still, second line forward, so he perfectly fits the role that we're looking to fill. He's certainly still got some good attributes. Like, take a look at his stats. That's funny. That is funny. He went back to the Devils for a year. But should we bring him back? I mean, once again, he fits the bill, and it's not like we're going to be playing him on the fourth line. If anything, he's going to be on our second line. So, yeah, I don't see why not, to be honest. Yeah, I'll give you 2.5 for 1 year, because I am absolutely desperate to find a good sniper for that second line. And there we go, Kovalchuk is back on the LA Kings, and we are going to put him in the lineup instead of Kempe, because I think I might want to trade Kempe, to be honest. I mean, we could fit him on the third line, but I feel like he would be a waste down there. Radish isn't really doing much. I don't feel like he's going to grow too much either, so I think we could take him off. Might want to consider him as trade bait going to the deadline. Is Kovalchuk in the minors? I think I think he's in the minors. And we may as well just send down... I don't really care for Wagner too much. He's barely played at all this year, so we'll send down Wagner and call up Kovalchuk. And I don't think Wagner got claimed. No, he did not. All right. Okay, so now we take Radish out and Kovalchuk in. Please get me some good chemistry. There it is. Okay. We still got that +3 there. So hopefully Kovalchuk could do a little bit better for that second line than Kempe did. So Kempe, for the time being, is relegated to the third line with Anderson Dolan and Ryan. Now, can Kempe take faceoffs? It looks like he can. I might try to use Kempe as a center, see how he does there. I'm also going to get Kovalchuk on the power play, because he does fit on the power play. So Kobe so far not working out on that second line. 0 points in 5 games. That's unfortunate. So it looks like that second line left wing at the moment is just not the place you want to be. This is just not a good situation all around. But hopefully Kovalchuk being a sniper will help out Turcotte and Byfield a little bit more. Whereas Kempe was at two-way forward. Okay, so good news. Kovalchuk recently, 4 goals and 3 assists. So as of the past 9 games, that is 7 points. Not bad. Turcotte currently with 36 points on the season, and Byfield is actually up to an 81, so he's growing. That's all I care about. That is all I care about at the moment for him. So looks like things are heading in the right direction. More good news as well. Keith Ho is currently at 37 points on the season in 41 games, 25 goals. So it looks like he is more of a sniper two-way forward with 189 shots currently on the season. We are only halfway done with the season, so hopefully he can keep that up and just hopefully by next season he will be ready to go for, at the very least, third line in the NHL. Ooh, look at this. Brant Clark is progressing nicely. Started the season as a 60. He's now a 72. Jordan Spence as well. He's a 79. He's pretty much ready to go. But I think I want to leave him in the AHL for the rest of the year, just so that he continues on his growth path, because he's currently getting a +5 down there with his defensive partner. So these are the guys who I'm most looking to trade at the trade deadline. Radish, Ryan, Mata, Walker, and Peterson. Peterson really is not doing well this year. 41 games, 889 save percentage. I don't see him having a future here. Walker, he's barely played this year, and he has a little bit of trade value, so I figured we may as well get some from him. He's also making quite a bit of salary. Mata, I mean, he's doing all right, but you know, I would like to get something for him because he only has 1 year left on his deal. And frankly, as you see the state of our team, we are not in a good spot. So would like to get a draft pick for him. Same thing for Ryan. He doesn't really fit into our chemistry. He has 14 goals on the third line, so I guess that's good. But I would rather have a draft pick. And then Radish just hasn't really amounted to be much So we're going to see what we can get for him as well. And into the trade deadline we go. We are going to be heavy sellers here. We're just going to simply look at the guys on our trade block and see what we can get for them. So the first guy who I want to trade, Bobby Ryan. We're going to see what we can get for him. Fourth and a fifth. Fourth and a fourth from Toronto. And that is basically the best offer. I mean, there's these guys, Sialin, Afanasev, and Rasanen, all from Nashville, so may as well check out those guys. Afanasev's already 21, only 64 overall. I'm going to say no to that. EA, I'm trying to make a trade here. I mean, Nashville's offering a second and a third for a third, Kovalchuk and Ryan. I don't want to give up the third. And then there's Sialin and Rasanen, so we'll take a look at those guys. So Sialin is 22, nope. Rasanen, he's 22 as well, 67, nah. I think I'm just going to take that Toronto offer. Did they must have made a trade. Yeah, I saw in the bottom corner, they must have just made a trade, and they now don't have the cap space for Ryan or something. That's unfortunate. All right, so I think we'll just take this Buffalo offer here. They are offering a fourth for 2022 and a fifth for 2023. Sounds good to me. Excuse me? Who did I just trade? I swear I just traded Brian. Is this a glitch? This is probably, you know what? I saw this glitch before. On one of the first days that I played this game, I saw this glitch happen. And it's not often, but I believe it has just happened again here with Bobby Ryan. Please tell me I didn't trade anyone as it wasn't supposed to. EA, that is so bad. What about, let's see the trade summary. See, yeah, apparently I didn't make a trade, but you guys saw me press accept trade. Anyway, we're going to try trading Ryan again. So here we go. Ryan, once again, being offered, and Buffalo is no longer an option, so maybe that was it. Maybe I took too long with Buffalo for some reason. All right, we'll take Carolina's offer then. So fourth and a fifth for Bobby Ryan, accept trade. Will that work? Yes, it will. Okay. Now, Mata, I would like to get you off the team as well. Fourth and a fourth, fourth and fourth. Third and a fifth. I like that. Third and a fifth from Edmonton as well. And Vancouver. And Vegas. Third and a fourth from Washington. And Winnipeg. Okay, I think I'm going to take the Washington picks here. Yep, accept trade. That work? Yep, I believe we are all good. Walker, what can we get for you? Fourth and a seventh seems to be the popular offer. I think we'll take Ottawa's offer. Johnson and a fourth. Wow. Just as I was about to hit accept trade, EA goes and does this. All right, so Kovalchuk, Peterson, and a fourth for a second and a third. That sounds nice, but no. Okay, then, since the computer was insistent on trading for Peterson, we'll see what we could get for Peterson. Third and a fifth, I'll take Winnipeg's offer. So apparently we drafted this Markkanen guy in the fourth round last year, and can you just stop with this, EA? I'm trying to explain something. We got this Markkanen guy last year in the draft, and I don't know if he started the year 79 overall, but he's a 79 overall now. So looks like we may have a future starting goaltender. He is only 19 years of age at already 79 overall at a medium starter. I do not believe he started as a 79 overall. He must have seen some insane growth over the course of this year. So that is something to look forward to for sure. Okay, trying again with Walker, a fourth and Johnson to the Ottawa Senators. And let's see what we can get for Radish here, since he's not growing too well. We got a third and fifth from Buffalo. Third and a sixth from Calgary. Third and fifth from Toronto. Yeah, I like Toronto's offer. Although that's a third for 2023, though. I might try to negotiate with Toronto, see if I can turn that third into this year's third by chance. Let's try a third and a fourth for Radish. Proposed trade. Rejected. Too far off. Okay. Just go for a third and a fifth for this year's draft. Proposed trade. Rejected. Sweeten it just a touch. Yay. I'm trying to make a trade. Okay, so let's go for a third and a sixth then. Will that work? Proposed trade. There you go. So now updated look at our draft situation. We have one first rounder, ours, and then you have two second rounders. We have three third rounders. We have 5 fourth rounders. We have 2 fifth rounders. Actually, 3 fifth rounders. A little bit out of order there. And 2 sixth rounders. So I think we're pretty set when it comes to depth picks for this year. I would really like to get another first, but I don't know if that's possible without trading someone like Kopitar, which I am not about to do. I said that I want Kopitar to retire a King, and indeed he will. I'm not going to be trading away Kopitar, nor Doughty. And at this point, guys like Brown and Quick are too invaluable as far as trade value goes to trade them for anything anyway, so we may as well keep them. I don't know about Kempe. That's the only thing I'm kind of stuck on right now, because he's been not good this season. But I know that he's capable of a good season like this, like the one that he had last season. So I'm not sure what to do with him. Anaheim's a buyer, so maybe if I could get their pick. Honestly, that value is not far off, it doesn't look like. It's just Anaheim's having issues with the skaters. Okay, so we are after the trade deadline now. I couldn't find a trade for Adrian Kempe in time, so I suppose we're just going to have to give him the benefit of the doubt. And that's not the worst thing in the world, considering if we take a look at his contract status. I believe he is an RFA, and I believe he also wants to re-sign. So yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world, but what I'm worried about is Kempe regressing after this season, because only 2 goals in 63 games. Ugh. So for the time being, I'm going to play him on the first line, because it's not like we have much to lose this season anyway. We're already in last place in the league, so I figure you may as well just try to get one of your better overall players going again. If he finishes the year with, I would say, 10 goals, I'll be happy. Because as it is, I'm already thinking he's going to drop to like an 83 or an 82 just based off of his performance so far this year. I mean, we've seen him have good performances in the past, like year number 1 here. 52 points, 21 goals, so he's certainly capable of good performances, but this year just has been not kind to him at all. So we're going to have him on the first line for the rest of the year with Kopitar and Velarde, see if he can get going that way. And I just hope he didn't stunt the growth of guys like Turcotte and Byfield when he was on their line. You know, that would not be fun. So I think we're just going to carry out the rest of the season here. To be honest, I would really like to get my hands on one of these defensemen here. Tony Barabal or Jacob Kuhlman. They both look pretty much NHL ready. Maybe they're in the high 70s, I would say, because they both have that B for defense. But nonetheless, they do look NHL ready. So even if we do win the lottery, I don't think I want to take this sniper guy, because we do have quite a few forward prospects and almost no defensive prospects. We have Clark on defense, I believe, Brent Clark, but I think that's about it as far as defensemen goes who have elite potential. But that's enough talk about the draft. Let us get through the rest of the regular season. So we are here at the end of the regular season. We have finished the season 35, 41, and 6. Where does that leave us in the entire league? I believe we are third to last, I think. We are currently fourth to last in the entire league. Ottawa still has one more game, so maybe they could... Well, actually, no. They can't, because we have more regulation plus overtime wins. So I think our position and fourth last in the NHL is set in stone. So hopefully we can get lucky and just get that first overall pick. Let's take a look at the player stats to end off the season. Kopitar with 80 points, Doughty with 65. So I don't think Kopitar will be dropping off too much. He's got that top 6 potential now, but because he had a good season, I don't think he'll drop too hard. You have Turcotte with 53 points in his rookie season. Not bad, especially with our lousy power play and just not a very good team in general. So I'll take it for him. Velarde with a 45-point rookie season, I believe, as well. So yeah, pretty good rookie season for him. Byfield, 45-point rookie season. Looking good for our rookies so far. Anderson with 35 points. Kupari with 34 points in his rookie season. You have Grundstrom with 31. Kempe with 31. He unfortunately finishes the season with 2 goals. He did not score a single goal between now and the trade deadline. That is... wow. That is unfortunate. I mean, I don't know what happened for Kempe, but that is just not... Oh, that's rough. That is just rough. I'd be okay with the 2 goals if he had, 50 assists, but he doesn't. That's just unfortunate. Chara with 29 points, Brown with 25, Kovalchuk with 24 and 41, so he looks to have helped out that second line. At first, he had it a bit rough as well, but he looks to have picked it up towards the end of the year here. Anderson Dolan with 22 points, Clegg with 19, Anderson with 19. You have Bjarnfot with 14, Lucic with 5, and Phillips with 2, Wagner with 1 game played. Goaltenders, you have Quick with a .912 save percentage, and Perrick with a .902. And the AHL, you have Tyler Madden leading the way with 64 points. Keith Ho, our, I believe, 4th overall pick from last year, with 57 points, 35 goals, so maybe a sniper of the future for us. Jordan Spence, 79 overall, so maybe ready for the NHL next year. He had 41 assists and 10 goals, so I would say he's pretty much ready to go. I wish his physical category was better. That's probably, honestly, what's holding his overall back. But other than that, he looks just about ready to go. You got Dirtsey as well, Sean Dirtsey. He might grow as an offensive defenseman, but I think Spence would be the better guy to go to. He's got that 85 offensive awareness, whereas Dirtsey only has 79. Although Dirtsey's physical category is much better. So maybe Dirtsey would be a more well-rounded offensive defenseman if you get his offensive awareness up there. And it looks like the Ontario Reign are actually going to make the playoffs this year, so we may as well follow them once they have officially clinched. Well, actually, I believe they already have. We just need to wait for the season to be over. So here we go. First round for the Ontario Reign up against the San Diego Gulls. 3-2 victory in game number 1, 3-1 loss in game number 2, and a 6-1 victory in game number 3. Can we get the series clinching game here in game number 4? Yes, we do. A 3-0 victory over San Diego. And who do we have in round number 2? We have I believe that is the minor league affiliate of Vegas. 3-1 victory in game number 1, 3-2 loss in game number 2 in overtime, 4-3 overtime loss in game number 3, 3-2 overtime victory in game number 4, so 3 overtime games in a row. Going past game number 6 here, what's going to happen this series? We have a game 6 loss, and that'll be all she wrote for the Ontario Reign. So we may as well just simulate up to the draft lottery, and then we will end things off. Playoffs are complete, and the Stanley Cup champions are the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Calder Cup goes to Hershey. Come on, EA. Come on, EA. Give me something good. Give me something good. We have the 6th overall pick. That is unfortunate. I might want to see if Pittsburgh wants to trade their pick, because we really, really desperately need one of those medium elite defensemen. But we're not going to do that now because this episode's already been very long, at least on the recording. So we're going to end this off here. Let me know what you guys think. And in the next one, we will get to the offseason of year number 2. See you guys then.